My name is Courtney Graves, and I'm the chairwoman of Young Americans for Freedom here at UW-Madison. I'm also the president of College Republicans, and tonight we are holding a panel on ideological diversity at UW-Madison. We have 4 conservative professors, as well as Representative Dave Murphy, who chairs the Committee on Universities and Colleges. I really hope that conservative students get to see that there are more than just liberal professors at UW-Madison, that there's opportunity for them to speak up and say their opinions loudly and be proud of their own views. Our first question tonight is, how would you define ideological diversity as it pertains to higher education, and why is this important to the academic mission of UW-Madison?
In order for the university to serve its primary function and mission, the idea of ideological diversity is encouraging people to bring those ideas and to openly share them with one another.
In my view, university is an agent of social progress, but by training our minds, by exposing us to the diversity of truth in the world, diversity of ideas in the world, giving us more intellectual sophistication and tolerance. We influence the world by helping to train people's minds and to give them knowledge and teach them how to critically think, which only can happen when they're exposed to everything.
On campuses where you have like an ideological echo chamber, you students are going to be shortchanged. You're going to be graduating into a world with untested beliefs, unchallenged assumptions, ill-equipped to navigate the world that's outside. And that's important because the campus queue is way to the left of society at large, like either Wisconsin or the rest of the nation, right? So this is not representative, and the degree of lack of representation of society has just gotten worse over the last few decades or so.
How would you describe the state of ideological diversity on our campus, and more importantly, how do you think it got to where it is?
The way I would have described Don's description from the 60s all the way to today is we had old school liberals who hired Marxists, who hired cultural Marxists, and here we are.
Should the Wisconsin State Legislature play a role in addressing ideological diversity on UW system campuses?
I've always felt like I don't want to exert more power or more regulation over the university than what's necessary. But boy, you get to the point where you start saying, well, what is necessary? It looks like this is necessary to do something about this. And I don't know how we have diversity of viewpoint if we don't do that.
Yeah, a few years ago, I would have said no, but I understand why Trump is hitting us over the head with a hammer, or why the good representative might want to mandate what might go on college campuses.
And we got to hope it's not just conservative. I mean, that's a disaster if it just becomes a purely conservative. We want to serve the country. We want to, and are there silent liberals who are afraid to speak out? If enough people make this an issue, and give public voice to it, that can provide cover to those who really want to do something but are afraid to.
I think it went amazing. Turnout was even better than I could have expected. We filled every scene. There were even some people who had to stand up. I think the conservative professors gave amazing answers and offered us some great solutions on what we can do about ideological diversity.